Hi, my name is Jason Morgan. I'm a wildlife artist. Welcome to my studio and also my YouTube channel. And as it's a Tuesday, I'm going to test out some new products for you as well, just to see if it's worth you spending your hard-earned cash on them. Now, last week I tested out erasers and I tested loads of different types, from the really tiny mono zero pen type ones to the classic normal block erasers. And I've had a lot of questions then about battery erasers, and that's something you all seem to have wanted to see. I didn't include them last week because I was just running out of time, so I've come back and I've got two for you to have a look at this week. The first one's by Derwent, two AAA batteries in there, and the second one is a much smaller one by Jakar, or Jakar, J-A-K-A-R. So I'm going to do those side by side, so they're going to compete against each other. And also, people have been talking about this Faber Castell dust-free eraser, a black eraser. Lots of people seem to like that and find this really handy to use. So I thought I'd try that out as well, and I'm going to bring that mono zero back out and see how they all perform together. So let's take a look. Okay, so these are the erasers I've got to try out this time. So I've got two electrics, or battery operated, Derwent, and then this is Jakar, J-A-K-A-R. And then I've had quite a few people since my last review ask me about the Faber Castell dust free, the black eraser. So it's quite distinctive, quite unusual. See, a black eraser. I'm going to try it against then the ones we tested last time that performed well, the Derwent standard eraser and one of these mono zeros that really get that fine line. Because a lot of people say that these battery operated erasers are superb for doing things like animal whiskers, very fine edged lines. So I've got to test them out though. What I'm going to do, similar to last time, charcoal on the top on a very good quality paper. I blend it in with a stump just to push that into the surface. Graphite, just a normal 5B Derwent graphite pencil, and I'm not worried about getting a smooth look to it. So these both run off two AAA batteries. Okay, and I've got brand new batteries in there. I've got a brand new eraser in the both of them, and they work similar with this one. You just put that into the holder and then you push it into the housing. This one's exactly the same, although it has got a shorter eraser. Okay, it's neat that this one's see-through because you can see that they work from these little motors that you see in remote control, you know, little cars on racing tracks, scale electric cars and that. You see those motors in there. So let's have a quick look. Let's have a go. So this is the Derwent one. Let's see. It just works on a battery, both inside. So let's listen to it just on this button. Sounds like a shaver, really loud. Here's the Jakar or Jakar one, much quieter in comparison. Not that would be a problem for me. This one really vibrates in your hand. Perhaps a more powerful motor, really vibrates. And notice, I do find this quite important, watch the end vibrating. Watch the Jakar one in comparison. You see the difference? So personally, I can't see how you can possibly get an accurate line when it's vibrating that much and going out of angle, whereas this one is much straighter. Well, let's have a go. So it will do a line, no doubt, but how do you get it in exactly the right spot when it's vibrating like that? So this one you hold like that and you push it down in. Sounds like you go into the dentist. Okay, so once again, I find it hard to... I suppose you can do small areas, yeah, with that. So that one's kind of, you hold it like a pencil and push in. This one, once again, you hold it like a pencil, but you push it forward. So let's see. immediately you can see the difference in thickness of the line. I can push harder, make it thicker. You see the edge getting a little bit dirty. So I can do those little dots. Probably alright if you want to do a highlight on an eye. Something like that. Yeah. So let's try those two against, let's clean it off in a bit of paper. Let's try those two against some normal graphite, because that's charcoal and that is a challenge. That's pretty clean. Let's try doing a larger section. With these, if you push too hard, it does slow the motor down. That's good as well. This one doesn't seem to have as much power in the motor, but then if you use it lightly, with a brush rather than my hand, smudging everything. This one, if I'm pushing really hard there now, this one will stop. So it says definitely got a more powerful motor, and that's probably why we're getting that vibration and shaking there all the time as well. Okay, so pros and cons with both of those really, but they've got their uses for sure. Let's try out this black dust-free eraser, clean and soft erasing apparently. So let's just try them on the edge. That's pretty good. That's going down quite well. Not a lot of eraser shavings, just drawing down. See, so a little bit there. Let's just try the Derwent just as comparison, just to see if there's any point searching out this black one. Right, turn him and just do the straight pull as well. Okay. Well, let's try a larger area. I think the reason you're getting less eraser shavings as such, less of these, if I put out what we've got there, and then I use this one, clean him off first. So slightly less possibly, but the reason is this one's a little bit softer. It's definitely a softer feel to it than the standard erasers that we would normally use. So let's give it a good go by here. Right, nothing on there. Okay, so that's that section. And I'll pull the bits that's on there as well, so that's left that amount. Clean the Derwent. That's probably about the same size area, I'd say. That's the difference. I don't see anything really. It's a nice eraser, don't get me wrong, I like this, I like the feel to it. See, it's working better when you do small parts like that. You're not getting quite as many of those smaller shavings that you do on your standard eraser. Okay, what I would think people would be interested in is if I turn this around now, so I've got a perfectly sharp edge on there, so it's brand new eraser, and if I move it like that, can I do whiskers, and can I do them better than I would with the Mono Zero? So let's have a quick look. It's quite awkward actually knowing how to hold it. When you're holding a pencil, it lies at a nice angle of about 45 degrees, but because these are quite large, it feels like it's going to be the wrong angle. I'm skipping on the surface when I'm doing that. Problem is, doesn't take long for the edge to go. So you don't go, if you go too fast it's going to skip, see? So if you go a bit slower you can't get fine lines. Okay, could I do that with this? Mono 0. Obviously got much more control. I'm not able to get down as far to the white, but that's on charcoal mine, so that is a challenge. So let's have a little go by here. It takes a bit of skill to get this to do exactly what you want, for sure. So it will do it. Let's clean off the mono 0 just by cutting off a bit at the end. Let's put a little bit more out and see what we can do with this. So I'm not able to go quite as white with this, and it would need cleaning quite frequently too. But they both do it. You've got much more control over the mono 0, as you can imagine, with the different size of the ends. If I turn this around, give this one a go as well. Problem with this is not that it's not going to be able to do it, it's that I'm not going to be able to judge where I want it as much. And the only way that would be any good for doing whiskers would be if the drawing was really big, because I can't get any finer than that. But it certainly takes out areas, certainly will erase areas that's fairly large, and it's getting it down nice and white as well. Whereas this one is really lacking power, and you've just got to be very gentle with it. If you are gentle with it, it does the job. I should imagine both of these would really eat through the batteries as well. Okay, so there you go. 2 battery erasers. I know there's more out there. I think Sakura does a good one, allegedly a good one. The dust-free Faber Castell and the Derwent, I honestly didn't see any real difference between them. Just slightly less shavings off that. It's certainly not worth going out your way to get it. With the black you do worry that it's going to cause some sort of mark on white paper. Doesn't appear to. Still, for excellent control, fine lines, mono 0 would take quite a bit of beating. So I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I'll be back next Tuesday for another review. See you all again soon. Hope you've enjoyed this short video. If so, you may like to go over to my website, jasonmorgan.co.uk. There I've got lots of full-length feature videos on techniques and tips. I've got ebooks. I got 800 reference photos, all with the new Easy Trace line art, and so much more. So that's jasonmorgan.co.uk. Also on YouTube every Friday I've got Free Photo Friday. Every Thursday I'm doing art book reviews, and every Tuesday it's tips and also art product reviews. So don't forget to come back soon.